Hey everyone, it's Char from Char's Fascination. And what are we doing today? Oh my gosh. Powwow is this weekend. And if you saw last year's video for my Regalia, you know I made this one, right? Yeah, I made this one last year. That's the back. This is the front. And if you saw last year, I had a lot of weight on me. My weight's still coming off. This didn't fit me last year. It kind of fits me this year. So what I'm going to do with this is put that like that. And we'll fold it like that. Now what this is going to become is a shirt pant, kind of like, not a skirt, but a pant and top or pant and skirt combo. If you don't know where I got this fabric, and it was not Fabric Mart, it was, the Fabric Mart is one of my favorite places. I got this from the Hobby Lobby last year. They have an array of just gorgeous fabrics. Like, I don't think they have this one anymore. I think this one went out. But they do have beautiful fabrics there. The Lenape sometimes shops the Hobby Lobby. And Michael's Crafting. Let's see, where else? Joanne Fabrics. So they all have beautiful fabrics. If I redid, would I want to do that? No. So this is a basically a resew. So what I'm going to do is take this, and I have a lot of fabric scrap. So I have all this fabric scrap here. So that can also be added onto the shirt portion, onto the skirt, maybe, as Morgan Donner said, shenanigan pants, which it's not shenanigan. What it is it looks like a skirt. Maybe some of you remember this. It looks like a skirt, but it's actually a pair of pants. Anybody remember those from the 80s and 90s? Like, I remember those from the 80s and 90s. I actually think maybe that is a old pattern from maybe the 50s or 60s. I'm not sure. I'll do my research on that though. So I have this piece. There's that's just one piece. So there's like two pieces on that one. And there's this one. This has two pieces. And I tuck, wait, or is there three? There might be three here. There's three strips here, I believe. Yes, isn't that wonderful? I have extras. And then there's this one. So I have plenty of extra scrap fabric. And of course, the bottom half for me is going to have pockets, because pockets. And it's for my comfort. You're lucky I'm standing up right now. Oh my gosh, the struggle was real yesterday. Don't mind me, I have lint on me from fabrics. So anyway, I'm excited for this. If a lot of you know why I'm super excited for Powwow this year, oh my God, finally helping to meet my real family. That is super important to know who your real family is. So, and find out why and how they felt all these years and everything. And of course, Rob is going with me because he drives and I don't. Yeah, so this is going to be wonderful, isn't it? So let's get into this, the resew. So yeah, let's get into this. Okay, so quite frankly, I literally have you. Let's see where I want this out. I'm going to use this in the table as my cutting guideline. That's what I do a lot with a lot of different things. Now, I've decided that the wide panel, where the hell it went? Okay, wide panel. One of these is enough to increase the length of the bottom. That's why I have this sitting the way I do. So this will increase the length of the bottom of this, and I don't mind that at all. And then of course, you know, we also have these. So this, I'm thinking, because this will line up nice, it'll line up nice with the patterning on here. And this can be the side pieces, because I have so many of these. This could be side piece for the bottom. So we can do that. I also have some black fabrics that if I want to use those, I definitely can, to enhance the look, you know. So speaking of, let's get this going. Like I said, I use this part of the table, as you'll see in a moment, as my guide. Across. Now, quite frankly, I could just take it and go like straight across, but sometimes, yeah, I don't want to do that. So, like I said, sometimes it's good to have a table that has that ridge so that you can cut that like that and not have a problem. Now, the top, if it's fine, I'll be wearing a proper bra under this. So now that we have this separated from this, we'll just put that there. The freak did a snowplow just go through for? Isn't that kind of weird, the shit going on anymore? A snowplow? What's Harp messing with this time? Right? What are they messing with this time? Although we didn't have a winter, you know, when winter was here, we didn't really have winter. Some states did, and we did not. Okay, I will show you my little trick with this. Although this is the front, and you try to have to, or you should try to have to, you have to try to get this laying like you need it to, okay? Now this one, it's not like the turquoise one where I left the sleeve part open from here to here. This one is a closed sleeve, you know, closed as in stitched on the top and the bottom. And things like this literally match, but that's also why we're not using this one. It's cut completely different than the wide panel, which just so happens to match this, and that will work. So what we would do, obviously, because it's kind of quite obvious, is we would try to match up at the bottom right here as good as possible, basically because you want that to blend, okay? You just want the pattern to blend. So what we can do is fold this in half, see what that's going to be like. Okay, so we just fold this in half again, but the other way, and this will be our actual split this piece in half and have it going the correct direction, because this is going to be the extension of front and back. And try not to have your pieces off kilter, because like I said, you know, you want to bring that down here, and you want to make sure that you can line this up as close as possible. Now you can either clip this, or I don't like pinning, or you can use fusible webbing. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing this part, and then I might show you that on the machine, We're not going to be doing a whole bunch of extra today because I am now very limited on how long I can stand up to do stuff like this. That's why you always see me sitting. Because my body's fighting me. Oh yeah, my body is at war with me. And we don't want that, right? So anyway, let me get this part done. And yeah, we'll be back with that. So we are back at day 2 of this, right? I only have today to get this done, so I probably won't have time to make the other regalia. But then again, wouldn't that make a cute outfit just in general? I think it would. So we're gonna finish this up. I have the shirt right here. I just have to do the top stitching on this. Yes, my hair looks better, doesn't it? You know me, I let my hair just be its natural self. I do, I let that be natural like that. So, get a drink of my coffee. Oh, I made this wonderful breakfast. That next time I do this breakfast, I may do a video on it. So, oh, and the burgers I made yesterday. Oh my goodness. Those were good. I said, get a drink of my coffee, which I'm just going to sit over here. And let me get this turned around and see you at the machine. So now, like with this piece here, I know you probably can't see that, but I do have the dark fabric here on this. Now what I'm going to do, because I made a little FluBoo yesterday, and I will admit that, I meant to actually put this part folded in like I did this part. Let me see, I can show you that on the other side, where I actually did it proper, where you would actually take this part of it and just, like, you know, tuck it in there. It's under, it's like this. This is a really good stitch technique, but if you do a FluBoo like that and you know you're going to if you know you're going to top stitch, and I'm not worried about this yet because I'm going to go ahead and top stitch this around. You may have to move your very favorite scissors if you have to. I'm not sure if you do. So, how's the air quality here? Oh, it's not bad. Like everybody else is saying, oh my God. Like, y'all, take a good look at LA. LA weather. LA sucks. And if you're from California, like, I feel sorry for you because the air quality there is horrible. Horrible. I've lived in Long Beach, California. I think I mentioned this. When I lived in Long Beach, we would get these siren alerts and alerts on everything about, you know, the smog and the toxicity in the air. You literally could not see out your freaking windows to anything. That's how toxic that was. So, and the West Coast gets more of the brunt of forest fires than the East Coast. Because the East Coast is basically deforested. You know, like, hey, that was great. And then, you know what, though? People fucking complain that wild animals get in their... Why are you complaining? You deforested their freaking home. Right? But then some people try to say, oh, it was a controlled burn. No, a controlled burn. It's just that it's actually controlled. Now, mostly a top stitch would be basically along this stitch. Okay, so we'll put that back there. And we'll also swing this back over here, you know. Get that back over there. That's weird, because I sewed this all the way over. That's weird. Okay, that is weird, because I know I sewed that all the way over. Huh. Odd. Right? Very odd. Anyway, so now that you saw me doing blah. Maybe I need another sip of coffee. Now you had seen me do the stitch here. Now you might be wondering, how is this going to fit me better? It will. I'm going to try it on. If I have to take it in, I'll take it in, because I'm still losing a shit ton of weight and I'm happy. With top stitch, you can also take it and press it down. This is a fabric. It is a faux suede on this side, and it's just regular fabric on this side. It's a beautiful fabric. I love it. It goes well with this. So let me get this other side stitched. I'll try this part on, and I'll let y'all see. And then I have to start the bottom. Okay, now that we are back on this part, like, if I took this, I'd have to take that in. So I've got like this much on each side. Well, I'm going to say about 2.5 inches on each side to take this in. The front piece here ended up longer than the back. But what I can do with this is, you know, like when I go to take it in here, oh no, wait a minute, no, that's fine, I guess. So anyway, I'm wearing this skirting from my first Regalia just to sit here and sew because it's comfortable. And I have on a proper bra. So, yeah. So what I might do on this part down here is go ahead and lay another strip of this. I'm not sure yet on that. I don't know. What do y'all think so far on this? Because I'm going to have to like go out there and check that out in the mirror. Put this on inside out. And then take it in a bit right here. Last year, this didn't fit. This year, it fits a little bigger. A lot bigger. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to take this in. I'm excited. So stay tuned for part of the other, you know what I mean. So, gosh, I'm thrilled to take this in. Truthfully, I am excited just to take this garment in. And, you know, Hashimoto's is trying to kill me, and I'm not letting it do it. But positivity. So let me do what I need to do with this, which isn't going to take that long. That's only going to take a few minutes. The other thing I could do is just, if I also want to take it in, I could just put darts in it and take it in. But that would be a lot in one part just under the bust. Kind of hard to do this because I have my Death Wish tank top on. So yeah, I would have to take it in like that and still would have to take that in on the sides. So I think I'll just take it in on the sides and we'll be happy with that. We'll be happy with that, won't we? I'll be right back. Will be a moment for you. Okay, I have freed a lot of fabric off of this. So what I'm thinking about doing now is go ahead. I should have cut this, but it'll be cut off. Is go ahead and take it up just a little bit at the arm, because that's not gonna hurt nothing. So I went ahead and put this on serger stitch like I have here. There are different serger stitch settings, and eventually I'll get the serger blade to put on this. Always make sure that your fabric lays flat, because you do not want this to mess up. Now this is where we turn, obviously, and straighten the fabric back. Now I'm only going to show you one side of me sewing this, because you know sewing is kind of tasking. Because I took this in already by 1.5 inches, so I'm taking it in by another 1/2 inch, which means 2 inches, obviously. Do the math. I have to use the math, it's cool. Anyway, now what I figured I might do here is go ahead and like roll this back to match the other side. Rollbacks, they don't always happen. Wally World. Now, sometimes you can get a decent native print at Wally World if you actually look. Hold on. That was Rob calling me. Yes, it's the theme to Vikings. He is the Scots Viking Cherokee. As so he had found his father in the Cherokee registration, which is kind of interesting, especially for the area in which he was born, you know, Appalachian. His parents were born and raised in the Appalachians. So that's always interesting. Where'd those scissors go? Okay, so right here, we're going to push this out of the way for a minute. Like right here where I went ahead and sewed, right there, we're just going to snip that away. Snip, snippy, snippies. It's going to be a little like hard at first to get that little thick point there on the fabric, but no worries, you'll get it. No worries, be happy. And anybody remember that song? Don't worry, be happy. Anyway, so there's that, and on the outside it's not going to look any different than it originally did, so I'm not worried about that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this other side done, and then I will move on to the bottom. Okay, now we're on to this. I decided, like, I just need to get this done. If I'm going to turn this into a pant, I can always do that later. But what I'm going to do right now is I have my other one I want to do, so that'll be my pantsuit. Oh, you know what helps? Is if it doesn't fall off the freaking table, because there you go. So now, purple is the front. Blue's always the back. So, blue is back. Remember that little sewing tip. Blue is back. Now, we still have these strips We have plenty of these. We have plenty of these. Okay, so my whole thought is, will I have enough? Do you think I have enough? I think I have enough. Now what I might do with this is, because I need to put some paneling to extend the bottom, that'll be on the bottom. I put this on, y'all, weight loss central. This is now a little baggy on me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and obviously lay this piece out. Move this. And so we're going to cut a couple of long panels this way. That way I can measure it up front and back. And then also, if you ever notice on a bunch of my pants with the waistbanding, I will have like the ending piece like this with the crease at the back. So let me get this cut and we'll be back with that part. Okay, so I do want to show you what I'm doing here is I'm actually rolling the fabric down like this. And this could be a little tricky if you don't have the patience. You could get pissed. No, that's actually true. If you don't have the patience for this, you could get pissed off and destroy your whole project, which could be expensive. Don't do that. Don't get pissed off. Have some patience. This actually teaches you patience with a skill. And on top of that, you make your own clothing and stuff. So it's like this. I'm just making my own regalia. Making regalia. Look that up. It's hosted by Joaquin Lonlage of the Southern Cheyenne, Southern Arapaho, in Oklahoma. So, like I said, this takes a lot of patience, because when you're done doing that, this is what it will look like on the other side. So basically what we want to do with this, when it's this way, you know, you really won't have that seam line there, that hemline. Should we straighten this back out? So I wanted to show you that part of doing this. Now when it comes down to coming around the edges, that's a little more tricky. I will tell you that. That's why you have to have patience. A lot of patience when it comes down to sewing, because like I said, if you don't have patience, sewing would not be your niche. Now what you really have to do is make sure that you don't do what I just did, which is make sure that the fabric is sticking out. Make sure that your fabric is not doing this. Make sure that your fabric is tucked like along here. And I will do that. And then this will go on the machine. Now the other thing that I will do, because after I stitch this, I have to figure out if I'm going to go ahead and just fold it under, stitch it, and put a waistbanding in it. I might not. I might put a drawstring in this. You never know. I could. Because again, you'd want to do that. And then tack it all down, which is no big deal because this will be on the inside and nobody will see it. There is such a thing as invisible stitching. So it's like the whole thing just looks like, dang, how do you do that? So let me finish tacking this down. Okay, so now that we're finally over here at the machine, because this crap took a good hour to try to do. Trust me, you have to have patience. You also have to know what the hell you're doing with the machine, because if you don't know what you're doing, you know what, that's why I teach this. Like some people say, you know, like, oh, I wish I could learn how to sew. Wait, isn't that why I do videos? I think that's why I do videos, right? Is that why it says education on mine? Kind of educating people how to sew and do other things. Oh, I thought that was the point. Maybe I'm wrong, huh? Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe that's not why I teach, huh? Sarcasm. It's a thing right now. Don't mind me. I am very super nervous about tomorrow. It's not because of powwow. It's because I'm supposed to meet my real family. So I'm a bit nervous. Anybody would be. Like, if you were taken away from your family as a baby, you would be nervous too. And everybody's always like, oh, it must have been a bad adoption. Hell no, it wasn't an adoption. In 1974, James Francis Davis, I think I said this earlier, was in Montana, up to no good. And now it's no wonder, like, he tried to set a room on fire that I was in. No wonder. He'll say, well, she's not mine. No, technically, yeah. Physically, no, I'm not his. He's dead. So, his then wife said that he went home with bullets and an arrow in his leg. So, like, she didn't call the police on him or anything. So I'm like wondering, what the hell? Of course, because she was in on this shit. People are shady fuckers, even back then. So 3 little baby girls were stolen off of that reservation. And they all look alike because, you know, triplets. There were supposed to be 4, but one of them absorbed that baby. I wonder who that might be. That would explain why I have 2 sets of frontal rib cage and 2 functionable hearts. Now, sometimes when you're like pregnant with a baby and you're like, oh, it's twins, and then a baby disappears, it's because the other baby, well, absorbed it because that fetus was, you know, weak, couldn't survive. I know it sounds gory, but that's just physics. The law of human physics. Anyways, I'm going to finish sewing this around. We'll be back. I'm just really tired. So, I'm trying to maybe move over here. And yeah, trying to make sure the thing doesn't fall. So I had to take it in here 2.5 inches on each side, and there's left a little room because I can always take that in again. I just don't know how well you'll be able to see the rest of this. So let me get you off of there. So here it is. I know you see that, but that's that. I put that there, like I said. It actually holds pretty good. I probably just need to take it in 1/2 inch on each side or 1/4 inch. It does fit. Yeah, it fits. Can you tell how much weight I've lost? Anyway, I haven't got to get my moccasins done yet. I do have some black sneakers. I can just wear those. I've worn sneakers to powwow before, nobody cared. So anyway, this is my remake of this Regalia. Like I said, I can pull that up a little more. There we go. And it just slides right on. So I guess I just won't get my Regalia done this year again. I mean, not Regalia, my moccasins. So yeah. And I know it's a little low on the shoulder, but some of these are, I might accidentally have this on backwards. You don't know because you can't really tell. So here's the back. And I will be wearing my short black backles tomorrow. So anyway, yeah, let me know what you think. I think it turned out okay. I know I have a little FUBU back here, but ain't nobody gonna see that because, yeah. And yes, I have a pair of my made myself undies to go with this. Would I wear a belt with this? No, I wouldn't, because I would have had to put a strip of this here to feel comfortable with that. Anyway, stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. I'm nervous as shit. I was thinking about not going. Nervous, you know, nervous. You know, if you were stolen and you get the chance to meet your real family, you'd be nervous too. So anyway, I will see you in the next one. I'm just tired. So don't mind me. I'm just tired.